Folks, condo problems are expected to get much worse in 2025. We'll get into that, and then the latest home prices and insights for condos for the GTA for week ending January the 1st, 2025. In 2024, on this channel, we talked about all sorts of different condo market scenarios. We talked about the massive amount of new condos that came online in 2024 and were right away put up for sale. We talked about a lot of these condos were kind of designed for more of investor type purchases, and they were coming on the market. But the buyers, they weren't investor type buyers. The buyers were more predominantly end users, and they didn't want to buy and showed that they weren't happy with the small square footage if it's an end user's type of condo. So we talked about that scenario. We talked about all sorts of massive condo inventories that were out there, that never have we seen more condos for sale across the GTA. It was a record year for the amount of condos available for sale. We talked about 2% to 3% of condo selling every single week. Only 2 to 3%. Think about that for a second. If there's 100 condos for sale in your neighborhood, each week, 2, maybe 3 are going to be sold. If it's a very popular neighborhood, maybe 4 or 5. So out of 100 condos, maybe 4 or 5 will actually sell. It's not a great situation if you're a condo seller, is it? Well, we're now in 2025. What do we expect? Well, I don't think the condo buyer's attitude has changed. I think it's still the same. I don't have any proof saying that all of a sudden condo buyers today in 2025 mentally are okay with buying much smaller type condos. So they're going to start to quickly buy up these 1 bedrooms with 400 square foot, 450 square foot condos. That hasn't changed. So the buyer, the condo buyer's mentality, that's brought forward. That hasn't changed. It's the same. We are going to have another record year of new condos coming online, adding to the condo inventory. We have a huge amount of condos that were listed for sale in 2024 that didn't sell, that are going to get relisted again in 2025. I don't see the scenario getting better if you're a condo seller. I see the condo sellers having challenges, maybe even challenges that are multiplied in 2025 versus 2024, because I see it as a compound effect. Yes, more condos are coming online, but we've got an added tons of inventory coming that did not sell last year. And it's not like sales are higher. Sales are remarkably low. So condo buyers are not coming to the table. The sellers are there showing, hey, we got condos for sale. The buyers are not coming up, increasing their purchases. So, these are the scenarios coming into 2025. It's a tough situation if you're a condo seller. Absolutely, for sure, who you hire matters. You definitely need to be doing your homework. You definitely need to get it right because, like I said, the history for 2024 has shown if it's a really good neighborhood, 4 or 5 out of 100 are going to sell every week. Let me know your thoughts below as to what you feel is the state of the condo market for 2025. If you feel this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. There's a link up here, another one below. Click on that. It's a link to my calendar. Book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Welcome back, folks. Happy New Year. Here we are, 2025. Lots of action for this year, I promise. We're going to start off. This show is strictly for condo apartments across the GTA. We will be focused on Toronto condos, York Region condos, Peel condos, but I really need to say, and I need to stress, and I'll do it over and over again, this show today is for weekending January the 1st, 2025. Weekending. So a couple of weeks leading up to this, don't take the numbers so serious. A couple of weeks going after this, also don't take the numbers so serious. These are holiday season numbers. The volumes aren't there. It's not a typical regular market. But we're still going to go through the numbers. So here we go. We're going to start off with the city of Toronto. Sales were trending down. That's normal. It's not alarming. If we look at the spring market, sales tend to go up after the summer. As we head into I said spring market, sorry. I was meaning to say the fall market. So starting September, sales tend to go up. And then at some point they turn around towards the end of they head down towards the end of the year, which is what we're seeing here. What we expect is what we saw last year, what we see every year. Coming out of the holiday season, headed into the spring market, sales tend to pick up. So right now, headed down for weekending January 25th, 70 condo apartments sold across the city of Toronto. It's just the city of Toronto we're talking about for this chart. 5 of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price is $719,000. $719 is 3.4% higher year over year. The median price, there's no real percentage change in median price. And if we look at the dotted line, average sold price and median price kind of seem unchanged. So yeah, prices go up and down a bit, but overall kind of seems flat over the fall period when it comes to condo prices for the city of Toronto. 70 were sold, 20% sold at list price or more. That percentage, this chart is for 3 months. For most of the fall period, 20% was kind of at the low point. We'll see 20, 23, 24, 25. It's mostly hovering around percent. So 20% is kind of at the bottom end of normal so far for the condo market. Active listings trending down, which is normal. Towards the end of the year, we see fewer listings, which in turn would mean fewer active listings. We also see fewer buyers on the market towards the end of the year, towards holiday season. Months of inventory was, over the course of November to December, increasing. But right now we're sitting at 11.5. That is not, it's where the market is right now with the current numbers, but the current numbers are not necessarily indicative of where the condo market actually is. These are holiday numbers. So with holiday numbers, we're sitting at 11.5 months of inventory. That was the whole city. This map breaks Toronto down into 9 different sections. Look, it's weekending January the 1st. Look into these numbers as deeply as you like, but I'm encouraging you not to take them so seriously. Here's York Region condos. 14 condos were sold for weekending January the 1st. 653 is the average sold price. 653 is 1% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 5% lower. If we look at the fall market for condos across York Region, looks like just slightly prices were trending down a little bit. Nope, none of these 14 that sold at list price or more. Active listings coming down. Listings actually also trending down. And months of inventory way up there. The previous week was 22.7 months of inventory. Right now, we're way down from there to 9.5 months of inventory. I think once the market kind of wakes up and is more in a typical routine, a typical cycle, you're going to see it somewhere where we left off in the mid sixes, high fives, mid sixes months of inventory. It's probably where it's going to be. Here's Peel condos. Sales trending down. 536 is the average sold price, which is 10% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 6% lower. Of the 19 sold, 11% sold at list price or more. Active listings is lower. Listings are lower. Months of inventory came down from the previous week of 10.8 to 8.2. We're probably going to be well, actually 8.2 is not so far off from where we were before the December holiday season. So maybe that one is maybe just a little bit more accurate than the other ones, but we shall see. Here's a quick summary. Again, these numbers are for week ending January the 1st. Don't take too much, don't base decisions on the numbers I'm currently showing you right now. Happy New Year. Wishing you the best. Looking forward to hanging out another year with you here on this channel every single week.